Onto this, Kamala Harris admitting in her new book, President Trump actually treated her nicely when she dealt with him one-on-one.
There's this New York Times excerpt of Kamala Harris's book. She writes that in private, you were very nice to her. And she says that on the phone, you called her a tough, smart customer. Did that happen?
Not that I know of, but I was nice to her. I met her a couple of times, and I was always nice to her. I thought Kamala would have done a better job than she did in terms of running, because we really won by a lot, and I thought she would have done better.
Senior White House correspondent and host of the brand new show, The Sunday Briefing, Peter Doocy, joins us now. Great to see you, Peter. You know, this book is kind of making the rounds right now, and it has really sort of split wide open some of the fractures within the Democrat Party.
Yes, and typically, if you're going to come out with a book like this, at this point, kind of before the midterms and before anybody is announcing that they're running for president, it is to rehab your image, something that Kamala Harris needs to do after losing all 7 battleground states in the general election. We don't know what exactly her next move is or what she will do if people read this book and sympathize with her, but it doesn't seem like it's very unclear what she's trying to do. And the split in the Democratic Party that you're talking about, she does come across as having a lot of grievances with Joe Biden, but it doesn't seem like anybody is really sympathetic to Biden. It seems like people are just getting more and more mad when they read her story at him for his decision to stay in the race. And so in this new interview that we are going to drop with President Trump in an hour and a half, he makes a lot of news on Kamala Harris, among other things. But that is where we started with the president.
All right, here's another excerpt from your interview with President Trump. Watch.
Because we've got the new show, I downloaded TikTok for the first time. Would you just help me make my first one really quick?
Sure, go ahead.
It's going to be really quick. It'll be part of the show. Going to just open it up. My most recent, no followers, no posts.
Well, that's not good.
Well, let's see how we do. So, Peter Doocy here in the diplomatic reception room, where it sounds like President Trump is pretty close to saving TikTok. Do I have that right?
And I'm working very hard to do it, and also to save Peter's show.
And the funny thing about that interview, I was racing back from the UK where we were covering President Trump all week on a commercial flight. I landed at Dulles at 3:30 p.m. My wife sent a suit to me at the White House by Uber courier, and we were set to roll tape around 5 o'clock there in the diplomatic reception room. We've been going over the transcript. You're going to see the entire interview. There's a ton of news. And there are also just some personal things that, as somebody who spends a lot of time around the president but only ever has time to ask him about the news of the day, that we talk about. And so don't miss it. It is going to be on at 11 o'clock right here. We
got you. But wondering just how your TikTok account is doing now.
Yeah, how many followers
You know what's
now?
so crazy? I did that. The whole bit went exactly as I was hoping it would, but I didn't put any hashtags or I didn't follow anybody. And then I woke up in the morning because I just wanted to have the TikTok clip to edit into the thing. And then I wake up in the morning and it's got 40,000 likes. So that's how good that algorithm is.
But how many followers do you have is the question.
How many followers? I started at 0 there, 17.6 thousand. It's not the best. It's only up from here.
Get your hashtags.
Keep us posted.
Yep, get your hashtags right.
And don't miss the Sunday briefing today at 11 a.m. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter. Congratulations.
More Fox and Friends coming up.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.